Hey everyone, welcome back to another Taekook one shot. So this is also going to be a tattoo Taekook one shot, but this is not going to be special episode of the last one. This is totally different from the last one, so I hope you will love it. Stretching like a kitten in the bed, Taehyung slowly opened his eyes as he woke up from his nap. 3:13 p.m. He looked at his phone screen before wondering within his eyes. Stupid. He was supposed to take a 15-minute nap, but he ended up sleeping for 3 hours. I swear if I die in this room, no one will notice, he said in his sleepy tone, placing his feet on the ground before standing up and getting out of his room, paying no mind to his disbehaved appearance and his bed hair. You are not dead. They heard the smug tone of the leader as soon as they was in the small living room. Deciding not to reply to that, Taehyung clicked his tongue on the roof of his mouth before saying, "I'm hungry." Taehyung finished instead. "We also haven't eaten yet," said Namjoon while chowing something, probably a snack. Do me a favor and see what others of Heck would like to eat, so I can order for everyone. You know where to find them, right? Namjoon asked Taehyung. Taehyung took out a sigh as he makes his way to Jimin and Yoongi's shared room, knowing very well that he is going to find Jin there, not very peacefully watching them play a video game. He is proven right when he heard the muffled cheers and noises from behind the closed door, knowing that no one would probably hear him if he knocks. They sighed and hold to the twisted the knob and get in. "Oh, hi there, they," said Jin with a smile on his WWH handsome face. Taehyung would have said something back if he didn't catch something from the corner of his eyes, blinking and raising his eyebrows. They stared at the unexpected presence of Jungkook. Jungkook sat in the lone love seat by the corner of the room. "What are you doing here?" Taehyung asked to Jungkook. That sad boy didn't reply him and took a sigh. They also received an eye roll from the raven-haired. "It's boring in our room," finally Jungkook said. Nodding shortly and making his way to sit peacefully on Jimmy's bed, Taehyung didn't expect to get bumped on a hyper-heavy edge. The older literally threw himself on Tae's lap. Young, a groan followed by a whimper of pain left Taehyung's throat as he pushed the older away. As within in realization, Hobie moved away to the edge of the bed as he crushed himself. "Silly. I'm sorry, Thay. I keep forgetting about the tattoo. My bad." Taehyung clicked his tongue, hissing as he rubbed soft circles somewhere on his upper thigh, just below his hip. "You okay?" Yoongi asked softly, eyes concerned, completely discarding the game at the point. "Yeah." Taehyung nodded shortly, face still scratched in discomfort. "Tattoo?" Foreheads moved towards the quiet voice coming from the corner of the room. It was Jungkook's voice. Taehyung's throat going dry at the look of Jungkook's face. "Yeah, Jimmy took him a few days ago to get his new tattoo." The Taehyung still refused to show it to anyone. Right now, Yoongi spoke softly. At least let me see if it's really okay. Jin approaches Taehyung with a look of concern, trying to coax Taehyung into letting him examine the tattoo. Forget it, Taehyung hissed as he stand up straight, not very, making his way to the door. Junhyung is expecting you guys to tell him what you want to eat so he can order for us. My brain is still not fully awake. I will probably just forget your orders when I step out of the room, so tell Junhyung for yourselves. They said and walked out of the room. He was thinking about Jungkook. Taehyung honestly doesn't understand the sudden change of behavior from Jungkook. At first, he thought Jungkook must have been going through something in his head because of his unusual quietness, but turned out Jungkook just acting weird, that too just around him. It doesn't help that Taehyung can always feel Jungkook's eyes on him whenever they were in the same space, which honestly had Taehyung growing nervous. It's like an unwanted blanket of awkwardness falling upon them in a very hot weather. The struggle is real, and it doesn't go unnoticed by the members as well. They could also feel the tension growing over time between the two. It was too thick that you can almost cut it in a knife. Deciding that enough is enough, Taehyung finally blends up the courage to talk to Jungkook. Things are getting in way of their group work at the point. Taehyung can't focus on his choreos from Jungkook as Jungkook watches him from the mirror of their practice room. Choreo moves because of the intense stare he is receiving. Ringing the doorbell of the apartment complex in the next door, Taehyung impatiently pushes his hair back as he waits for someone to open the door for him. It wasn't too long before the door opened, relieving a blank face Jin. Though as soon as his eyes fell on Taehyung, he smirked, leaning on the doorframe. You came for me? He wiggles his eyebrows. Taehyung grins, pushes him away. Move, I'm here to talk to Cook. Cook? Exclaimed Jin, no thoughts in his mind except for Osile, repeating like mantra in Daegu accent. Yeah, that's a piece of silly. Taehyung doesn't know why he suddenly switched to Daegu accent, but that's like a habit that Taehyung picked on whenever he is around Jin. I'm so sick of his silent treatment, Taehyung said. I don't know why. Jin scratches his head as he guides him in the room. Just please don't fight. Don't you hear me, Hyung? I literally said I'm here to talk. Taehyung said, yeah, whatever. He is in his room anyway. Jin points out, and don't bother knocking. He's probably deep sleep. Get probably dead asleep, and knowing would be a waste of time and energy. Taehyung says before making his way to Jungkook's room, bumping into a surprise Jimin on the way. I didn't just see Taehyung with irritated face making his way to Jungkook's room. Is the first thing Jimin said as soon as he spotted Jin, eyes widen in a mix of horror and concern, thumb still pointing behind him to the direction of Jungkook's room. I know, the older size. I'm keeping my fingers on Jun Hyung's number just in case, Jimin said, showing their leader's contact. through his phone screen. Entering the faintly lit room, Taehyung's eyes as he tries to collect himself. His anger words disappear into thin air, and his very long speech is thrown out of the window as soon as he stepped foot in the room. What is wrong with him? He is usually not like this. Taehyung breathes in, letting Aseki breathe out before approaching Jungkook's bed, and there Jungkook is lying topless with only his boxers on in a very uncomfortable position as his arms were placed beneath the pillow, legs parted on each side of the bed as the blanket is tangled in between his legs, covering a little of his waistline. Just as Taehyung ponders on what to do, he heard a groan escape. Jungkook's thought, "It's not like that." Then that Taehyung noticed his sweat-covered forehead. Is he sick? Taehyung thought, reaching the back of his hand to feel Jungkook's temperature. It's normal. It's probably just a dream. Another groan left Jungkook's lips as he squirmed in his bed. Suddenly, realization hit Taehyung like a speeding truck as he realized what kind of dream Jungkook must be having. Taehyung jogs away and stepped back from the bed, face flushed red as Taehyung heard Jungkook groaning, and again as Jungkook sleeps on his back, the blanket covering nothing of the unholy sight in between Jungkook's leg. That's when Taehyung finally decided to leave the room and came back another time to have a talk with Jungkook. And just as Taehyung's hand touches the door handle, he freezes. Taehyung heard the name. Taehyung heard his name coming from Jungkook's lips. Did Jungkook see him in his dream? So we will find it out in the next episode, and whatever will happen in the next episode, I hope you will love it. I'm so sorry because this is short and you might be feeling disappointed, but please stay tuned for the next episode, and I hope you will love that. So see you tomorrow. Be happy and healthy. Bye.